I know we've been talking about video games a lot. I know the girls like Adrian and Allie, they're like, what the fuck?
I know.
What's happening
I'm
here?
sick of this shit.
I'm sick of this shit. But you know what? Maybe something y'all can probably do. Y'all didn't probably play a lot of games, but just the top three best games of 2016 and top worst that y'all can probably think of. Maybe y'all can get on this, which I actually just some standout games, even if it was mobile games. I actually go first just to give people time to think. One of the indie games, because I didn't play a lot of games this year too, but one of the games I played, an indie game called Overcooked, was actually
Overcooked. I'm about to say that.
fun. Overcooked was very fucking fun because it kind of reminded me of those games I used to play. Like, I used to think Cooking Mama was just for like little girls. When I actually finally played Cooking Mama, it was actually fucking amazing. And I started playing food games like that, like Diner Dash and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Overcooked took me back to those games, those old arcade games that's like Diner Dash, where you like teamwork is like really crucial. Like this game is almost unplayable without teamwork, with all the other players.
Oh, yeah,
and it's local co-op too. So it's like takes you back to those days of local co-op, teamwork-based gameplay, and just fast and fast and fast, and it's just, oh my god, I love it so much.
It's almost like a simulator. Like I actually, when my family was over here last night, we were playing that shit, and it gets to a point where like my sister turned into fucking Chef Ramsay, and she's like, "Get out of the fucking way, you donkey!" Like, like that shit got insane, dude. And like I don't know about you guys, like I don't know if you guys play this game, but it's like fucking working real kitchen. It's
dude,
like,
communication is key because it was the first time I played it. It was on Thanksgiving with me, 90s, and my brother, and we literally had to call out instructions, like you said, if we was like in a real restaurant. Mm-hmm. It was like, "Yeah, you're on dishes. Wash those dishes. I need some meat. I need some lettuce. I need this. Give the plate over." Man, that shit is amazing. Like, dude, if you want to like go into fast food. Like before you even like get a job at Wendy's, just play Overcooked. Yeah, that would teach you.
No shit, like, dude. Like, just shut the fuck up, too. Let these more stressful than this fucking game, dude. Like, dude, look, legit, man. Like, we ended up starting to talk shit to each other. Like, me and my sister, like, why don't you do this? I'm like, well, fuck you. Like, we'll get back on the dishes, bitch. Like, I'm just like, damn, man. Like, just getting my balls, getting my testosterone, just throwing it away. Like, screw you, man.
I'll also say Neon Drive, the game I was telling you about earlier.
Yeah,
it's not like the best game because I just played it yesterday, but it's actually really, really fun when you can play the fucking game. But yeah, it's really nice. The visuals are beautiful. The music is amazing. Oh, and we just like played it on normal. So like, if anybody's like looking for like a really good challenge and stuff like that, I really highly recommend you guys play that game. Just looking for like some game. Like 20 minutes literally turned into, like I said, 2 hours on just one level because it's just like that challenging. But my brother, if you're like him, you would love it. So I would say play Neon Drive. Trying to see any other game and just recommendations. Like I haven't played it, but I've been seeing a lot of buzz behind it, and it's actually like I need something to play with my VR. There's not a lot of VR content, but I would recommend Thumper. Like Thumper, like out of all the games that's just like been VR related, like they had that Batman Arkham VR game and all these other VR games. It's just like, Thumper is a rhythm-based game and actually looks like a very unique experience. Like I really don't like rhythm games, like like Rock Band and all that stuff. But this actually looks really fucking cool. Plus, it looks like a fucking fever dream. It's just beautiful to watch. So, like, I just sometimes
freak out when you.
Yeah, I know. Like, he'll trigger your epilepsy like a motherfucker. Like,
you start foaming at the mouth. But yeah, just like if you don't have like time to kill, you just want to watch a good YouTube video. I say go to YouTube, put your thing on 1080p, 60 frames per second, and just watch that shit. And just like you have a drink for this New Year's. Like that shit is just like beautiful to fucking watch. But I highly recommend Thumper to anybody who has PlayStation VR. But yeah, anybody else?
I'm gonna say mine really, really quick. So it'll be just one. It's just one, and it just barely got finished.
Can't be Ark.
Oh, it's so Ark. It's so fucking Ark. Because at least they're honest. And at least I can play a game that's fucking great. And it doesn't take shit away. It doesn't do anything. Ooh, by the way, I was going to say The Division. I was going to give that shit a fucking go. But here's the thing. They released a survival mode for $15. You put on that fucking game on survival mode. I don't know if you guys played it yet. You play the game. The idea is not to freeze to death. That's the game. Fuck The Division. Fuck that game so hard in the ass. Dude, I don't even know how to refund my money from fucking PlayStation Store. But like shit like that's the reason.
You should ground date it.
Wait, what did you say, Max?
You should ground date it.
I was gonna go ahead and choose games that I didn't play a lot of games this year that came out this year, but I'm gonna go off of the games I have played. Number one was this indie game called Melody's Escape. and it's basically this indie game where like you load your own music, and you're playing like as a female character named Melody, just walking, and you just hit the rhythm, the button rhythms that they command you to, and it's just a simple game. But there's been plenty of times where I just relaxed, just playing that game, and it's a lot of fun. It's like I always like those Guitar Hero type games where you can play with your own music and stuff, and that game was pretty relaxing to play. So that's number one. Number two, it's kind of cheating, but Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. That game was amazing.
That
is so cheating.
That's so cheating.
Yeah, it is cheating, but dang it, you can play as Virgil, Lady, and Trish, and there are awesome additions to the lineup of characters you can play in the game. And number three, I finally played Freedom Planet. I've been trying to play that game for a while.
Freedom Planet, yes.
Freedom Planet is amazing. It's so amazing. I'm stuck on it, but like, God, like it's like the 2D Sonic game I've been wanting for years, and they did it perfectly. So yeah, that's my third one.
Yeah, this
honorable
game
mention.
looks fucking awesome.
Which one?
Freedom Planet. Yeah.
Freedom Planet.
Oh yeah, Freedom Planet's amazing. Yeah, like it's so great. Like I said, it's the 2D Sonic game I wish I had now. So, and they're coming out with a part 2 here pretty soon. So I'm hoping to beat part 1 here pretty soon. Honorable mention goes to, it's old as hell, but Mario Kart 64. But being able to play that game with you guys online through emulators has been freaking amazing. Even though, as mentioned earlier, I do rage a lot. But yeah. But worst game of the year, I think we all agree with this. Mighty number 9, man.
You finally come to your senses.
Number 9, yeah.
You finally come to your senses. I'm trying to
I could have told you that before the Kickstarter came out.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I know how to make chicken salad out of chicken crap. I can't curse to my cousins in the room, but normally, but like that game, it's so hard to go through. I'm just like, oh my god, why did I buy this game? I didn't support the Kickstarter, but I still want to buy the game.
Wait, is it difficult or you just don't like it? Like,
I just don't like it. Like, it's disappointing as a Mega Man game. Like, it feels like a downgrade. Like,
but
if you went, no, exactly. I know it's not Mega Man, but it's like everything I expected it. The graphic wise, it just didn't hold up. It was just very disappointing. And like the concept of you absorbing your enemy's data, it was pretty cool, but I don't feel like it was very well done in my opinion. Like, I don't know. It just felt like a downgrade to what I forgot his name, the creator of Mega Man, Kenji Inafune. It felt like a downgrade what he could do. Like, I saw the dream, I saw the ambition, and granted, like I said, I can still play because I know how to make chicken salad, chicken crap, but it just kind of so it's like it was just disappointing, I guess. So
let's hope he can get it right with his spiritual successor to Mega Man Legends 3, which is called Red Ash, right? I think yeah. So hopefully he can get it right with that one. So
yeah, like the better Mega Man clone game that came out was 20XX. Like, it's still in beta, but I have so much fun with that game. Like, it was way better than my number 9. So yeah.
Say worst is very easy. No Man's Sky.
Okay. Well, have you played the new update though?
It really is that bad. Even with the update, it's that bad. And they made an update for it to kind of add more things for you to do, but it's not enough. It's not even close to enough. But as far as best, XCOM 2 came out this year. I had a ton of fun with it. Not really one of those games that you can just kind of hop into. If you've played the XCOM games before, kind of get into it. That always works. But other than that, there's been a couple others.
Yeah, and XCOM, like even the first XCOM, I'm still new to that. Like, I know that game's kind of old now, but like that shit's so badass.
It's fucking awesome, XCOM 1.
Yeah, dude. Like that's a series that's actually pretty cool. Like, they only have like so much history. Like, it's only been 2 games, so.
I got a personal vendetta.
They rebooted it with the most recent XCOM, but that game's been going on since like the fucking 90s.
I got a vendetta against it because I still wanted that XCOM game when they had released it. I can't remember the year. Was it 2009? I know what you're talking about.
Just play the fucking XCOM Declassified, the third person shooter.
Pretty much. Yeah. I don't know, but I still wanted that game because it was made by it was going to be made by 2K Games, and it was going to be made by the creator of BioShock. I just wanted that so bad. So yeah, it's just not going to happen.
Oh, I see what you mean here. Like, I'm looking at it right now. This game right here.
It was called XCOM.
Yeah.
This looks like the order or something. This looks like the typical bullshit. Like, why would you want this?
No, it was actually another
trailer. Not that good.
It's actually it was another trailer that came out like a while ago.
That was like fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah, and it was like debuted at one of the E3s, and it was like a first-person shooter. Kind of reminded me of Tom Cruise in a way. And like I said, it was going to be made by the creators of BioShock. He was actually going to write the game, but it was pretty much like these guys investigating these aliens, these black sludge creatures and shit. And it just looked fucking cool. So yeah.
Oh man, but for my worst, I don't know, man. There's a few things I was gonna say, but honestly, like, okay, don't get mad at me, y'all. But like, Overwatch is just so fucking overrated. Like, I'm not saying it's the worst, but it's so disappointing.
Sure, you would pick that. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight him.
It's honestly not bad. Like, I wouldn't say
the greatest game of the year,
Nick.
the most addictive, most fun game of the year.
Nick, man, so you gonna be the type of person that also says that Tracer being gay is also wrong. It's overrated. No, fuck you, man.
No.
She can love who she wants, and Overwatch is best.
Okay,
I'm out.
That's another thing too. Like, people making big deal.
Thank you,
What the
Anthony.
fuck? Did you just leave?
Nah, he just got down on the floor.
I was about to say, did he just fucking mic drop?
But like, the thing is too, like, I just feel like even this shit with the whole Tracer situation here, it's just like, yeah, like, you guys have to do something different for it to be like a topic, or for, you know, I don't know, like, it's just weird.
They have to keep pretending there's a story to this game.
No, like, that's the thing too. Is like there really is no story. Granted, like, yeah, there's cutscenes and there's like, you know, character, whatever the fucks. But it's like people are like, man, this character is so much different. It's not. It's literally like in Call of Duty, you do the same thing. You just pick a different gun to do it. You don't just have a different character based on it. But like when you play this game, I don't know. It's just kind of like, yeah, it's just a shooter. Like Team Fortress 2 is right there for free, hanging out. Like,
okay, if it was other, I think the biggest thing with Overwatch is it goes back to the argument what I said. Call of Duty returning to its glory days. I think it's still a good game, but I think we just need a variety. And Overwatch was not like so big, but it was just enough to nudge the video game industry in another direction that people thought it was a breath of fresh air. So Overwatch just gave that little bit, like in a sense, it actually gave color to the industry because it's so fucking colorful. It looks totally different from every other military shooter that's on like the game industry now. It looks totally different from everything else. It might not play differently, but it looks differently, and it gives you a no type of game feel and stuff like that. So that's no wonder why it was the perfect game at the perfect time. So actually, if it was like I said, if it was other variety, it wouldn't have been this popular. But it wasn't. It was the only thing out that was different.
Actually, I do have a game that
There
people
was
might
other
agree
things out
with.
at the time, but okay.
No, there actually is one game that people might agree with. But I was really into it right away. I was playing the fuck out of it. There actually, goddamn, there's 2 games. But Just Cause 3.
Oh man,
That is some fucking bullshit that people just bought. Like,
it's the Michael Bay game. It's kind of like what you say about Transformers. If you like that type of stuff, go for it. Just Cause 3, it's perfect at being that. And I say just play
dude,
it.
it makes explosions boring.
and
I hate that game for another reason though.
What is that?
Yeah.
Because it's broken as shit. That's why.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
man, okay. Can they finally fix the online bullshit in that game where it keeps like
No.
you can't press a start? Because that game has it where you can't press a start button without logging
still
into.
fucking broken as shit when it comes to logging in online. It's still fucking broken as far as like the frame rate will drop down to like 20 frames per second. Fuck that game and fuck who made it.
Yeah, one more thing too, and a complete opposite reason why I hate fucking, because Just Cause 3 is what Anthony said basically. Like, granted, yeah, I agree with Rashad, but I don't play online, so it's whatever. But the game was just shitty, in my opinion. Just too much like, oh,
No, there's
things
no online to
explode.
that game. That's not what Rashad's talking about. There's no online to Just Cause 3. You press the
Yeah,
fucking
there's no
start
online,
button.
but there's no online. It just forces you to connect to their service online, the Square Enix service, and it never fucking works.
Yeah. But that's the thing that's frustrating about that. But like in a complete opposite direction is Mafia 3. The thing is that game has so much going for it that it could be like one of the best games out this year. But they just fucking did the typical thing of like, hey, here's a story mode that, like, okay, and I want to talk to you about Allie's thing, Uncharted, like, you know, but like the thing is like with Uncharted, there'll be situations where someone. Oh, 90s. No, I talked about that. Fucking Ark's amazing. That's the game of the year. That's fucking great. Sorry, y'all. But, like, with Mafia, there'll be a situation where he gets shot or something happens to him, and yet his character, like, the gameplay doesn't change at all. But yet he's doing all this acting shit, and you have to do certain missions that don't mean nothing. You know, it's free roam, but it's not really free roam because you can't do this and you can't do that. But then, you know, it's just like, it's just a mixture. They're trying to tell the story in a Quentin Tarantino way, where you like play the game, you have all these abilities, you can drive, you can do this, but then it's like, oh, by the way, let's make this linear for no fucking reason. You have to do it this way. I mean, it's just fucking weird, dude. Like, it would have been a great game if they just made it simple, you know. But what are you gonna say, Max?
My issue with Mafia 3, and I don't know if anyone agrees with me, but to me, it really should have just been the continuation of Vito's story.
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't give a
No,
fuck
I don't
about
think
I
that
didn't give a
is.
fuck about Lane
Not
King
at
at
all.
all.
Not at all.
It should have been
Absolutely.
Vito's
Not.
story.
Go ahead, Ruth. What were you gonna say?
No, the thing that makes Mafia 3 work is that you're getting some light callbacks to earlier things that have been done in Mafia games without them being totally the focus of the Mafia games. The problem with the Mafia games, and it will always be the case, is that they always come out at the perfectly wrong time. And this game was no different. It's actually a very good game, both from the soundtrack to actually playing it. The problem is, how much fatigue have you had from, okay, you need to take over this area. Now, you need to do all these little side missions in this area to get yourself to a stronger standpoint in this area. Now go to the next area and do the same thing.
Yeah.
If Mafia 3 comes out in 2015 instead of 2016, you're raving about how much you love it. It's not a bad game. It's a great game. It's well made. The problem is we have so much fatigue for that particular style of game. Mafia needed to evolve, and it needed to stop being, all right, so we're gonna give blowjobs to every mobster movie we've ever seen and pretend that we know what the mob in the US was actually like. Like, it was done amazing well. I will defend that game to the death for doing it right. It wasn't the greatest game ever made, but it was a damn good game.
See,
I mean-
that's the thing, Ruthless. Like, I will fight you on that because I think the story for Mafia 3 is great. I think the gameplay is boring as fuck. And I don't think it's fatigue. I think the actual gunplay, there's nothing really going on. It doesn't feel anything more intense. I don't think it's fatigue with the gameplay because Watch Dogs 2 is almost the exact same kind of gameplay.
That's what I was about to say too.
But
It's
people
we
are
get
loving the
more
shit out of it,
games.
and it's a much better game because the gameplay is much more
Watch
fluid.
Dogs
and
2 is a much more relaxed game. If you're talking Watch Dogs 2 versus Mafia, you might as well be talking Grand Theft Auto 4 versus Saints Row 3. They are not the same style of game. I'm sorry, but
they're the
Mafia
same
3
gameplay though.
is meant to be serious. And the gunplay, I'm sorry, you're wrong, dude. Any game that lets you actually go through and play a true stealth version of the game where you simply take the silence pistol and go around through every mission if you want to. Take as long as you like. Or go in guns a-blazing and do ridiculousness.
You could do the exact same thing in Watch Dogs 2.
Well, like
except for
gameplay
Watch Dogs 2, it's meant to be funny and zany.
Okay, you're talking about the
Mafia
overall
3
theme
isn't.
of the story of the game.
I'm talking about the theme of the
physical
gameplay.
mechanics.
Yeah, the feel.
Yeah, well,
The
like, one thing I will say, like, because I get both of you guys' points, and to bring it all together and shit, because Ruth is about to pimp slam, and Birdman about to transform into a burning shell on him. Like, my thing is, like, with the games or whatever, I like Mafia 3, like, God, Ruth was, like, said it perfect. Like, if this came out in 2015, this would be the, like, damn near game of the fucking year. Because there's not a lot of competition for it. And it's not like, the thing is, Watch Dogs and all that shit came out at the same time. Like, I haven't even really played Watch Dogs 2 because in the beginning, I'm playing this game and I was like, yeah, this feels like the beginning of Mafia 3 except in the future. It's like, and granted, Watch Dogs 2 did not steal anything from Mafia and not vice versa either. It's just, even though it's not the same shit, it's in the same league, it's in the same realm, it's free roam. And, like, with Just Cause 3 and somewhat The Division in a way and all this shit, it's like, dude, like, I've gotten so many different versions of this particular gameplay style. I'm just fucking sick of it, you know? And Mafia 3 just didn't have enough different about it that made me want to play it more. Granted, the story was better. The character was better. God, I fucking love that character, dude. Like, yeah, the side characters who end up, like, passing away do care about the deaths in the game. Like, there's so much cool shit. It's just... I've done it already. And I've done
Yeah,
it
exactly.
And
It was over. I agree with Ruthless. I think it was oversaturation that had killed that game. Kind of like, even though Ruthless did say like it was other games around the time of Overwatch, but I think Overwatch just offers something new in terms of that team. It gave more. It's kind of like a sequel to Team Fortress 2, and people love Team Fortress 2 because you did have Paragon, you did have what was the other one, Battleborn, and then there was like Lawbreakers.
Oh,
Yeah,
that shit.
Paladin, Lawbreakers, like they just all couldn't come up to the height of Overwatch did in terms of gameplay and just overall just addictiveness. And it's just like I said, it was the perfect game at the perfect time. It's all about timing with all these games. That's kind of the, even though Advanced Warfare is still like, granted, you can take it or leave it, but compared to like, it was released around the same time as Battlefield 1. So it's just like, it's some games, just the timing of how shit gets released, how they just get shit on.
About Ruthless' point too, when he said that there was oversaturation of the games with Overwatch, the thing is like it's about getting a new version of what that is. And like with Overwatch, yeah, it's been done before, but it's like the last time it was perfected was Team Fortress 2, and that was a long time ago. So Overwatch was like, holy shit, this breath of fresh air. But for me, it's like Team Fortress 2 is new to me. And when I heard like it's so different, I'm like, yeah, but I just got this game for free, Team Fortress 2, and it's so much fun, and I'm still playing it like it's brand new, and it's so fucking awesome, and they make updates to it constantly on Steam. Why the fuck am I gonna spend $40 for the same shit? And granted, it is a little bit better, but I can get my Overwatch fix with a free game.
I can get into Team Fortress 2 at all, but yeah, go ahead, Max.
And with Mafia 3, like I'm not debating like the gameplay or the timing it came out. It's just that I just didn't care about the main character. I just did not give a shit about him. The entire time that whenever you would give land to like your underbosses, I would just give everything to Vito, and I was curious about his story. Like, what was he doing in that part of the city? What was he doing since Mafia 2? What happened to Joe? What happened to other families? Like, that's what I was cared about. I didn't care about Lean Clay and this lame-ass little revenge story that he had. I just didn't care.
Do you think it's because you liked Mafia 2 so much? Because for me, I disagree with you.
I'm biased.
Like the character okay, that's probably why. Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. It's just, it's just the way it is.
No, my mom telling me to duck and cover because people.
2017.
Oh, she look at Max.
Little Rex has the moves.
Oh, my heart attack. My heart.
The heart.
Too soon.
No,
Yes, mother.
Rest in peace.
All right, stay on the floor. Yeah, I gotta get on the floor.
Oh,
What?
God.
Wait, are you legit fucking get on the goddamn
Not to
floor?
hide from the
serious?
apocalypse.
He's seriously getting on the floor.
Do you expect a tank shell to come through your fucking house? Like, what are you talking for?
Hey, don't take no chances, buddy. Don't take no chances.
Just see a fucking tank roll up into this crib. It's like, what?
Hey, you don't know.
Rashad's laughing his ass like he's like, what the fuck? Like he's literally get on the goddamn ground.
Gotta get on the ground, man.
I kind of
Hey,
want to see what's going on.
hey, this is why black people stay alive. This is why black people.
At least I didn't.
No, I'm black and I'm definitely not sitting on the floor like.
God damn, Rashad.
What? Like, I expect this to be like those fucking like atomic bomb things. Hide under your fucking desk until once you see a flash.